Welcome to the semifinals of the Amateur 2v2 League Season 2 qualifier number 2. In the dark blue color, we have got Dr. Hazy, and their partner is Bruum08. Find them on Twitch TV, apparently. And they're playing as Forge as well as Yap Yap. By the way, Dr. Hazy is showing as a low rank player here, which means he hasn't played a lot of games. He actually has several alternate accounts confirmed by our moderators, so everyone chill. On the other side, we got Psyangel in the red color and his buddy Dark Angel in the yellow. Together they are Psyangel, and they are playing as Yap Yap and Jerome. Grabbing the minis in the middle. Everything should be more or less in order. Oh, early detonation on the mine allows that grunt to be a little bit annoying, but these are not particularly good at sharing the resource crates. So that won't be happening. These guys are getting tickled down as well. So Team Red actually not managing to capture that much of the yellow on this one. Quick shout out to our website subscribers, by the way, who are allowing us to do all these tournaments and help us make all this happen with their support. If you're one, make sure to collect your perks. If you're not one yet but want to become one, then feel free to check out our links in the Twitch about section or YouTube description. Really helps a lot when you do. And yeah, lots of good perks available. We just recently refreshed it, so when it comes to the next season, there will be some form of voting power to help shape it. And now on to the actual match. Psyangel also has a raid camp over here, +1 in the middle, so our Yap Yap players are gonna be double raid camping this time around. Pumping a lot of business. Dark Angel with the commander Jerome soon joining the fight. For the moment, just a handful of marines from him, which could be a problem considering that the blue tide is growing. As for Dr. Hazy, there's not all that much stuff. Hellbringers apparently so far, and more of them on the way. No snipers from him. There is, however, a double barrack, so that should count for something. Whoa, that mine might actually really good split from Bruum. And only takes damage with cannon fodder. That is the way to do it. Very nicely done. Chopper has to be careful next to that mine. It goes poof. Actually, it wasn't the chopper's fault, it was the grunt that went over it. And yeah, good amount of marines from our Jerome player. Good to get that detonated early. Oh! Marines definitely suffered there, but Jerome is going to buff this entire army, including the Yap Yap group. A little bit of flag spikes, but hopefully we can make do with what we've got. Shouldn't be too crazy, right? Oh, okay, I heard some more mines dropping. I actually don't see where they are right now. Oh, they're in the back. Mantis did a lot of damage to the grunts, but party's over. It's a good upgrade, you could say. Jerome pops out just in the nick of time before the Mantis actually gets destroyed. Isn't gonna take too much damage. But that's a lot of blue all of a sudden, isn't it? And it's not just because it's inflated by the grunty boys, but also it's just genuinely a lot of units. Now, Psyangel is coming in with the fart wagon, and that will debuff a lot of the blue stuff, which is gonna allow Marines and Jerome to fight back. A bunch of snipers would have been nice, and maybe if the fort wagon can roll up and detonate in the middle of all this, but gets EMP'd and nuked out of this game. Oh, the mines, that's gonna detonate. Oh! Team Psyangel is suffering under this pressure, and I'm not sure they can bring it back. They have to definitely retreat to the base. Good thing that the hero is still going. If there's a turret, if there's Hellbringers, if there's support from Psyangel, then it's possible to hold. Bear in mind, Trash Dump is still available, so a Jerome player could drop a massive bomba on this. We'll see if that's what happens. I guess that's kind of what I meant. It's not what I meant, but it's close enough. Oh, really good stuff with the stunts and the mines. And the counter mines didn't do all that much, so all of this is suddenly cleaned up. And honestly, Dark Angel has done it mostly on his own. A little support from Psyangel, but right now not much. Shade turrets will be helping though, that's for sure. So Team Blue has to turn around for the moment. They haven't expanded or anything like that, but they did reach tier 2 it seems. Is it both of them? No, Dr. Hazy is just starting, he's getting a second gem behind this. As for Psyangel, he's also reaching tier 2. And ditto for Dark Angel. No, that's a Marine. Sorry, my bad. He's pretty close though. Would like to see an extra turret just for safety. You never know what Yap Yap's gonna do, right? Oh, there's the trash. That doesn't seem so bad at all. Just wiped out half the army there. It's exactly what you want to see from it. Very nicely done, but the Rangers are starting to be added in by Bruum. Doesn't have a whole lot of units, so I think for now the hero can definitely deal with this. Just gotta be careful with the Marines. They have those off their own. But this beam is going to delete it, I think. Not the best beam, to be honest. It looks scarier in the choke point for a moment, but it didn't end up being that big of a deal. This little counter-attack force is still going. The chopper will be able to take out the boys, and I really like this brute here. The brute will eventually weaken this base a lot, and maybe there will be enough time for Psyangel to do a drop in there as well and continue hurting that mini base. Base is upgrading. As for Psyangel, he's getting a second generator. No extra base yet, but that is something you should consider because Yap Yap in tier 2 kinda needs those heroes to come out. Mine detonates doesn't do crazy amounts of damage, but Team Red is very well established right now. 58 population for Psyangel, 48 for Dark Angel. Dr. Hazy is on 43, which is pretty good though. As for Bruum, he's on 43, a little bit behind Team Blue is. And there's the scatter bomb that actually hits really hard here. The UNSC units were escaping, so good for them. Oh, is that gonna detonate? I think it is, but the Marine takes it for the team. Good work again. Now UNSC in tier 2 starting to come in with the Warthogs, which is gonna be a bit of an issue, but the heavy grunts are more or less capable of sustaining this. Once the Warthog numbers get a little bit out of control though, it's problematic. Second base for Bruum is coming up, but same can be said for Psyangel and Dark Angel. So yeah, once again, Team Red, as long as they can keep this together, everything's gonna be fine. That's a red drop, which is gonna give a lot more power to this group. Especially with that level 1 methane wagon that can't be stolen because there is no Spartan. There's no Warthog either, so the mini base will be taken over now, I think. Victory turret and victory mines might result in actual victory. The combo didn't go off fully, but it was enough to send this army running home. Dark Angel, Psyangel together, making a lot happen here for sure. Bruum doesn't have a shield to hide under. That's probably the top priority right now that he needs. Team Red could just head over there right now and basically wipe out this army. Grand Dome is going to be dropped as a means to stun the army. Psyangel just walks over it. All he loses is really cannon fodder. He can take it. But you probably don't want to stay there to fight. They're kind of... They split up a lot here. I'm not sure if I love it. Drops in some more turrets, and this is gonna help your leader XP progression. But I don't know about trading away these units. They seemed valuable to me. A little bit disjointed between these two players for a second, but no big deal, really. Team Red can afford it for the moment, as long as they keep these bases up, right? That's all that really matters. The Warthogs getting some good value in, I must say. That is now 6 Warthogs. They can definitely put on some pressure on this base, but a handful of Banshees and they'll be dispatched off. So our Forge player has to make a lot happen and definitely doesn't want to lose the base, right? Beams coming down, so that's going to get rid of those Hellbringers fairly easily. The Nightingale split out of it. The heroes might actually suffer a little bit, at least loses the Mantis. But that's something that can be maintained. Not a big deal. As I said, Warthogs can put on some pressure, but it looks like the heavy grunts with engineer help are more than enough. My +1 has been researched, so they're now a bigger squad, and there's 2 fuel rod cannons in the group. Trash dump was dropped on Dr. Hazy's base. Spartan will finish this off and can get out of here now. Mine's also dropped, which will take care of some Warthogs. Another one on Red Bar. Essentially toast. Dispersion nozzles is in for Dark Angel. Psylak still in the 60 population mark. As Yap Yap, obviously you can squeeze out some more cannon fodder, but I think it's good that he's focusing on quality units now. That's probably a good thing. Dr. Hazy. He's tier 3. Is that a... That's not a Gauss-Hog. Why isn't it a Gauss-Hog? Well, the man can't really go much further than what he's doing right now without buying a base. So a lot of very low infantry units. How is Dark Angel doing for resources? He's sticking around 40 population, which ensures that Time for Heroes remains active on his units. Wait a second. Why isn't it active? Did he not go... What? Oh. He didn't go Time for Heroes. He went for recon training. So he's got crazy line of sight. That's strange. That's a big group. Where beams? Oh, that's nice. That's a nice yap yap heal. Everyone's back to full, dude. Brutal lag spikes, but getting into the dispersion nozzle flamers, victory turret, drops, mines, mantis. This is looking tough. Mines detonate, take a bunch of Warthogs with them, and Nightingale smokes should be available to silence these vehicles, or rather the drop. Most importantly, Psylak has a drop too. Where's the third one? No third one. He didn't upgrade to that point. Must have gotten something else. We'll see what it is. Because it's kind of time for 5th point, right? Especially for Psylak. He's probably looking for tier 3 so that he can start making Braves. I would say it's time for Team Red to go and strike. These Nightingales are going to be fantastic as an addition to the Yap Yap heals. They also have Engineer Bubbles to help out with. Hogs be running around, but the Hornets running them down. Jerome Hornets just absolutely amazing. Especially if you can use Spartan Morale with them. Oh, that is going to be a hell of a trash dump. Team Blue essentially gets deleted. Their Expo getting threatened now. Sure, the Yap Yap heals can keep the army going a little longer, but it's just a numbers game at this point. Mines detonate earlier and don't actually do some damage. I was holding my breath for a second because it could have been huge, but it's very difficult to make it happen against Dispersion Nozzle Flamers. Now, Base Shield will buy some time, and that's all well and good, but Hazy needs more stuff. A lot more stuff is needed to actually contest this kind of army. The beam on the clump is looking great though. Quick emergency split by Dark Angel. He's gonna lose a little bit, but it's totally acceptable from what I'm seeing. Is the man going to build up now to Omega team or just go tier 3? We're about to find out. He's letting his numbers go up. Like, that's a lot of power he's got. Spartan Morale kicks in. Scatterbomb doing some work on the grunts. There was no heal from the goblins. And there's the methane drop. This is going to debuff the base significantly. And all those hornets, hellbringers, and heavy grunts should be able to get rid of Bruim's base. But that's also a lot of army all of a sudden. And I'm thinking that Team Blue might be able to kind of contest the army. Without the base though, they're significantly behind. And in fact, I think Team Red should start thinking about expanding again. Or Psylak could boost the resources of Dark Angel, and then he can drop an Omega team and pretty much just end this game. We'll see what exact path they will take. There is a Kodiak in the back to shell the army for now and make them leave. But this is just a regrouping attempt. Let's not be confused about this. Kodiaks are being made by Dark Angel. He wants to siege this down. But he is tier 3, so he could go Vultures if he wanted to. I guess he doesn't want to do that against the Reavers right this second. Their numbers are actually pretty good. But this is just a massive, massive army. It's not very high tier, but it gets the job done. Dr. Hazy's Expo now getting threatened under the Grunt Dome. There's almost nothing that can be done about this at this moment. The Reavers will significantly weaken the Grunt Dome though. They're doing a bonkers amount of damage and that gets just transferred. Whoa! Oh! Okay, one of the mines did not detonate. That's fairly lucky there. Enduring Salvo is ready, however. And that trash is about to be dropped. The base is gone. The heroes are out of healing, I believe. Let's check. Yeah, they are on cooldown. So when that drop hits, when the trash gets dropped, this army should be a goner. Okay, lucky for Broom that he was already running away from this. But I still think he'll be run down. This is just way too big of an army. Again, still, whatever you want to call it. And should be able to be chased all the way to the base. There's a lot of Kodiaks in here, and there's one. Aha, there they are. So at least Dr. Hazy has a bunch of Kodiaks that he can shell with, but this army don't care. It's got so much healing. Healing for days, in fact. Mantis is now tier 3 along with the Jerome. Dark Angel has a lot of resources and a very hurt base. At some point he will get a restoration drones, I'm sure. Maybe keep one healer home. Could be from either player after all. And now Dr. Hazy's base is under attack. This is gonna be scatter bomb, but the Yap Yap heroes should be able to completely counter that. Yeah, it's fully offset. They're back to full health. Even the Kodiak shells don't matter. I mean, while this base is at 70% health, there's more healing available if needed. The mines kind of didn't land at the perfect spot, which is making this more awkward. Heroes are gonna just run over this and take it. They're tier 3 goblins now. And the beam, well, it's not particularly good against the Grunt Dome. Wait, that's a blue Grunt Dome. Still. Still, this base is now yeeted out of the game. Or it was self-destructed. Who knows which one. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Psyangel has a huge army remaining. The infantry blob continues. Either the Spartan in there or the Mantis itself has ranked up. And the Vultures should be able to get rid of everything that's left. Team Blue is resigning. Psyangel going ahead with 1 point in the series. What's better than a victory turret? Well, of course, it's 2. There's like 1 Marine left. We're gonna back out of this. Hey, blue color. It's Dr. Hazy. Teammates, Broom. Together, they're the Hazy Ham. And they are playing as Cutter and Decimus. Then on the other side, we have got Psylak in the red, and we've got Dark Angel in the yellow. Together, there's Psyangel. And they're playing as Colony and Anders, so pretty diverse cast for this game. Scorpion Laws dropping the biddies, thank you so much. Appreciate it, buddy. And thanks for all the help with the tournament as well. It's definitely helpful. Psylak now taking the power on the side. Psyangel hops in the garrison, which makes it extremely expensive to get the power, because your chopper will basically be destroyed by the end of it. I doing a little bit on that base. Psyangel, you gotta build something, buddy. I hope he's not going for like a quick second generator by skipping build time. It's usually not worth it. It's not that. Psylak getting a war council, just a small mistake then. Not a huge deal. This isn't gonna decide the game. Dr. Hazy looking for that extra gen. He's got 500 resources. That's a lot. But then again, I believe it's Dr. Hazy that's new to the game. So mistakes are allowed. More biddies coming in from Scorpion Lost, thank you. 5 at a time. You just like how they rotate in the chat. That's what this is. Just keeps coming. Well, if you're having fun with it, enjoy. It's more efficient than subscribing on Twitch, at least. Just Marines. Ah, we got the Capitano. Psylak hasn't yet made any skitterers. I'm sure that's coming soon. So Dr. Hazy, you got the Jerome coming out. Wait, he's Cutter, right? Yeah. For a Decimus player, we don't have any. I lost track, Scorpion Laws, of how many times I said thank you. But all of those are appreciated, so I'm gonna hack it like this. First skitterer is now attached to the Capitano. More health for him, more attacks, and by the way, even the skitterers that attack enemies will help to siphon health, so that is very nice. Whitey Joyang joining in on the bit party. The pyramid scheme. That's funny because they're like a pyramid / diamond shape. I'll walk myself out though. Mobster subscribing, thank you. Venom's joining on the bit party. Yeah, this is a good location to take for the Capitano, but he's getting weakened with the Vortex. That's a 30% armor reduction, by the way, so never underestimate. If you can follow that up with grenades and grunt mines, that's epic. But he gets healed, so that will offset everything, and bear in mind the Hunter Captain has built-in siphoning as well on his main weapon. Gets stunned, however. The mine detonations will hurt him a little bit, but they're kind of out of range, so unless he gets popped out on the wrong side, it's all good. Pushes the whole thing away. That's how powerful a Hunter Captain in the garrison can be. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff down here, so better don't pop him out just yet. Wait for the shields to be back, and then maybe it's an option. We got second generators now for Team Blue, and both should be upgrading relatively soon. Hazy also clicking in for tier 2. Wait, Rational also subscribed. Excellent. Thanks guys so much for the support. Much appreciated. YT Joyang with even more biddies. Apparently there's a hype train coming. You guys are smashing it. Alright. As for this boy, they're not really going on the offensive, allowing Team Red to really build up. The Archangel is already in tier 2, spamming Warthogs and having a very fortified main base. He's also expanding. They're cross-expanding so as to be able to protect each other. Psylak a little bit behind in the power game overall. as they've allowed Team Blue to capture a bit more power nodes. But they should be able to take it back now that there's a good amount of Warthogs around. Especially the basic grunts can't really handle that. You can see them melting away quick. Oh! Oh! That's great. Psylac's Goliaths hitting the back now. Taking down the foundries would be actually pretty good, but they're gonna be defended with ODSTs and snipers and Spartans, so yeah, and Marines. This is way too much. Dark Angel is going to try to support it with a little bit of Sentinels, but even they aren't gonna be able to do too much here. A little bit of building damage coming through, but this will have to wait. Anyways, those Anders Warthogs are fairly easy to upgrade in terms of global upgrades. But they can gain a lot of power very quickly. Mighty Joy, I'm dropping down another 100 bits, thank you. Much appreciated. Staff's getting pizza. Actually, I'm gonna pay staff on Monday, so I'm sure they're looking forward to that. Warthogs getting out of here. Forever. They kind of got wrecked. Well, getting a base for losing a bunch of hogs, 100% worth it. Like, there's no question about that. Good number of suicide grunts from Psylac. I wish he made a bunch of rangers, and I guess he was tier 2 for longer than I thought. Just not on his main. I didn't look at this base. That's a good idea. Make the more exposed base tankier. His Hunter Captain doesn't look like tier 2 to me, so you might need to get out of here with a teleport. Suicide Grunts absolutely destroyed the Marines. What just happened? He just jumped out and teleported back. And soon I assume there's gonna be engineers. They're actually right here. Dark Angel is still just making Warthogs, but he's starting to build up to an ominous number. As you get 2,000 and 2,000 resources, you'll be closer and closer to being ready for the Retriever Sentinel drop. And that thing can end games, especially against UNSC bases that aren't shieldable. Very easy to destroy them, and Wolverines aren't exactly a great counter. So what do? You kind of have to get to the Vulture stage and hopefully be able to do something with that. Or you have to rely on your Banished buddy to guard you with Reavers and the like. Bruum has not made any. We've got Spartan Laser coming in, however, for Hazy, which is gonna be nice, and an anti-vehicle turret. But is he gonna lose the Expo? That's the real question. The Goliaths were moved away for a second. I kind of wish they had helped for longer. But with the Sentinels around, I think this should be enough damage going through on the base. And once again, the Warthogs are happy to trade away their lives for this. At home, they are after all being defended by the Hunter Captain, as well as tons of turrets. There's probably going to be a shield by now. There's engineers there. So counterattack isn't exactly too scary. And these Warthogs have done so much work this whole time. Beautiful. Now, who said they need this guy to defend? Why not just attack? Why not both? You can have still shields behind this, that's right. Banshees, Hunters, Goliaths. It's a good mix. Takes care of all of this nonsense, that's for sure. Especially to the Hunter Captain, this isn't really a threat. Bruum's base. Oh, he's got the third generator just now upgrading. It's such a bad timing, because if you recycle that, you don't get back the entire cost. You just get back what a basic generator would cost. Oi, what's this then? Dark Angel doesn't have a license for this. He's got both of the back mini bases. Absolutely savage. He's got the resources for a retriever too. He's just waiting for the last points to tick through. It's not like a 1v1 where you got a whole lot more stuff happening. So I assume he could just pop the Sentinel like in the back here where Psylak is spotting. It's a good spot for the retriever, but there's also a Spartan nearby, so I'm not sure. Maybe they'll just do it on the frontal attack. Come on, Dark Angel, you know you want to do it. Okay, he's putting it in the back. Spartan's gonna engage it right away. Let's go. Okay, he's gonna bring the big boomer gun, and that will destroy buildings in just one shot each. Oh, use it on the Nightingale. That's actually not a bad idea. Can't smoke the base then. Turrets! Oh, he one-shot the turret. One-shot the Marines next. Got the special attack available. Quick kill on the ODSTs, can't hurt. Yeah, Psylak just holding his ground. The Kodiak can harass us a little bit. Put down a little bit of damage. Another Nightingale getting killed. A few more of those, and actually this has paid for itself. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, goodbye! Those Marines are absolute toast. A follow-up shot finishes them off. Holy moly! Dr. Hazy would have gone from full population to like 40, and a lot of that is actually just queued up in bases. What a great Retriever Sentinel shot. The high ground is too strong. That's what you get, Anakin, for being cocky. Psylak probably saving up for devastating host. He's currently just trading away some Banshees. I'm fairly sure they will die here, but they're damaging the base a lot, so that's looking pretty good. Dark Angel's own Spartan coming in to make a difference. There's another big shot coming in. It whiffs. I don't know what happened there. I think he's still got the ability available, so he might re-trigger it. That was dirty, dude. Okay, here it comes. Oh! Oh! I wouldn't be shocked if Dr. Hazy resigned right now. That's bonkers. Okay, devastating host? Yes, it is. Yes, it is indeed. Two Wraiths in the back, adding in a lot of DPS to this. Beam's gonna come into... Sorry, that's not a beam. But we've got a Hunter's Brand. Vortex wasn't able to do too much, and during that process, it's impossible to actually... These guys are... How did they not get taunted? What? They just walked out of that taunt like it's nothing. No debuff symbol on them, nothing. Anyway, Broom's base is toast. And Dr. Hazy is next. This Sentinel is now rank 1. Oh! A leveled up Sentinel. Now that you don't see very often. Spartan should be able to come in and save the day. Actually, the Retriever, I think, will be just fine. It can take 3 Reavers with a Spartan, right? Not if it's not shooting them. Gotta get away from this. Base kinda survives for the moment. Still another wave of Sentinels coming though, right? I think. No, no. Ah, there it is. They're gonna shoot the base. Nah, the Nightingales will heal this up. Retriever isn't gonna get the shot because the base gets scuttled. The team Psyangel wins yet another game. Whew. That was a juicy hit. No wonder the game snowballed from there. They already were ahead, but that Massive explosion on the Marines. Just ended it basically right there. And we're here with game 3 now. Dr. Hazy in the dark blue color. And then in the light blue, we've got Bruum TTV. Together, they're the Hazy Ham. And they're playing as Isabel and Atriox on the other side of Vault. A long way away. This is Psylak in the red. We've also got Dark Angel in the yellow. Together, they are Psyangel, Shippy, Forge. Pretty good mix. Especially for this. Psylak grabbing the mini. Dark Angel grabbing the mini. This is a pretty good start for Team Red. If they can control these minis in addition to the center ones. Mini base advantage is super important on this map, as you'll get very easily overwhelmed by just the numbers game. Ghost is going to have to retreat against the chopper, but gets the kill thanks to the help from the grunt. Ooh, rare moment. Psylak is going to be able to salvage this unit now because of the shielding upgrade coming through later. Maybe. A grunt coming in to poke it would end it. That's always a possibility. Looks like Dark Angel is also putting the short straw here with the Marine squad, but that's okay. Might be still able to take this mini in the center, but I think Dr. Hazy actually does not have the resources, so would be a good choice from Dark Angel to pick this up. And then they've got 3 mini bases from him. That's 5 mini bases total versus 3. So Team Red is definitely a nice advantage, but they could be overwhelmed by barracks units if there's any. Dr. Hazy is not currently making one. He's got the Spartan out, however. As for Bruum, nothing yet. So, yeah, very defensive approach to the game. And that will allow the mini base spam to really pay off. The ghosts are coming out, and Psylak is getting closer and closer to having the necessary resources to upgrade the ghosts to shielded ones. It's picking up resources all around the map, which is really exactly what you want to do. Leave nothing unturned. There's a health potion under every stone like in Diablo 4, right? That would be busted. Anyway. Spartan's going in. Getting a bit of a scout of what's going on. Definitely gotta say that Psyangel is working well together. They're planning ahead, they're scouting ahead, and they're reacting to what they're seeing, so it's been very nice throughout. The ghosts are absolutely gonna demolish the grunts, but at the same time they end up eating the mines, so that kind of hurt. But yeah, ghosts and brutes, that is going to plow through this, absolutely no issue, and the grunts can't really deal with the brutes themselves. More and more ghosts coming out from Psylak. They have now shielding. It seems like they got hit by the mines before the shielding completed. Still, that mini base is essentially toast. Could get in some really good mines though from the high ground, but it's still not enough. Needed like 2 or 3 more. It's asking for a lot. Forge Hog and Jackrabbit combo from Dark Angel coming up. It's having to face Marines and the Spartans, so you don't want to do that. Best get away from this and link up with the ghosts. This is not gonna work. Is this the final matchup? No. We're still in the semifinals. We're okay. Still a lot left of the tournament. You didn't miss that much. If you're only joining now in the chat. Yeah, as I said, this is too difficult to engage. The Volchok actually doing a great job of weakening that Spartan, but I think the Archangel will need a little bit of support here. The Jackrabbits just aren't cut out for fighting against Grenade Marines, and the barracks will be cancelled along with whatever was trying to come out there. Probably a Hellbringer. Well, not anymore. Ooh, a lot of grenades actually end up connecting with the Forge-Hog. So yeah, here come the ghosts. There's no grenades right now, so this is the time to strike. A Suicide Grunt squad or two would be nice to have in the middle there. Good hit as well from the Anvil round. And the Marines will have to respect this at least a little bit. I don't know about the upgraded Jackrabbits, but Dark Angel is able to go tier 2, so it's not too bad. He's got the double generator. So that's Dr. Hazy, who's also going tier 2. Broom is already tier 2, and we're gonna see a bunch of Hunters. The Hunters will really shut down this vehicle play. I have no idea what just happened here, but it seems the Marines are gone. Assume there would have been... Oh! Good Mach Blast. Spartan still dies, however. I assume there would have been like a really good Suicide Grunt connection and an Anvil round to get rid of all those Marines. But anyway, Team Red is still in a fantastic position overall. Psylak should probably think about the base. He's not yet ready for tier 2 either. I think he upgraded too many of the Harvesters, getting him stuck in tier 1 for a long time. Mandalay says he should have joined this as an amateur. I actually don't exactly remember your skill level, but yes, and we've got some news coming up soon about how we'll properly segment players, not based on human opinion, but an actual tier list that you'll have to work your way through, making everything quite official. Integrating it with all the content of everybody, so show matches, tournaments from everywhere will count towards it, and that's how we'll determine what bracket you belong to. Psylak chatting. It's a good number of Hunters, you have to respect that. You can't just go into that directly. Dark Angel could potentially drop a bunch of Kodiaks up here in a moment, but there's no base, so I guess it will be here, which would absolutely demolish Broom's Expo. Granted, the Hunters are spooky, but if these two work together... Psylak was shippy, right? Yeah. So you can drop in Spirit Support and guard against that. Sounds like he's doing it now. It's not exactly an attacking force. You gotta be really careful with beams. Oh! Oh, the Spartan Slam! I think one of the mines detonated, but the other stuff... They're not dropping, dude. What is happening with that spirit? Oh wait, they did drop. Sorry, they did drop. Engineers must have already died, and I was focused on the Spartan Slam combo. Yeah, our Isabel player already has the 4th point as well. You got shielded Nightingales. That's the best offense apparently. And once Dr. Hazy can go to tier 3, we're gonna see shielded tanks too. But yeah, when it comes to our official tier list thing, we will first run this tournament as is. The whole league, actually. And hopefully by the end of it, without too much of a break, we'll be able to have developed that by then. If not, then we'll just buy some time with show matches. That's cool, but I think people get very upset about when we make a bad judgment call about who can join which tournament, so... let's just make it very clear and official and give you guys goals to move towards, work towards. And segregate the community in at least 3 skill groups. For tournament purposes, that is. More tiers in the tier list than 3, of course. Everybody likes many tiers in their tier list, right? And it's got more permanence to it than tournament points do, which reset every season, so we also don't necessarily have to do a current league format. It's something to be discussed. For example, one idea being thrown around. Oi! Oi, that's a really good hijack. Oh! Yeah, all these warthogs are toast. Very nice job there. As I was saying, another idea being discussed is, what if it's not a league format, straight up, but well, it's sort of a league still, but instead of qualifying for the main event, we just run equivalent events all year, and at the end of it, based on tournament points, the top contenders get an extra prize. So let's say there's 10 tournaments in 1 year, then there's those 10 prizes, but at the end, it's like a bonus. An 11th prize pool. It's kind of like getting a bonus for your work. Don't know. To be discussed. Anywho, back to this game. Cost overcharge coming in. So tier 3 for our forge player, which should mean that we're also going to see vultures. There's a double air pad already set up. Not many defenses available right now for Dark Angel, however. Psylak has to do the heavy lifting for a few minutes. It's a nice counter to the scatter bomb, but a lot of it still comes through. The healing will offset this. Two heroes should be able to defend against pretty much anything. Oh, but we got a Grizzly Battalion drop in the bottom. I missed that for a moment there. Already wrecking this base completely. It's a heavy strip. I think another generator might go down here. At the very least. Psylak still controlling the middle. We'll be able to take some power nodes over, no doubt. Unless this Spartan takes over the tank. I don't know what's happening here. Another generator goes down. That's now 4 buildings destroyed. And still two tanks are alive. That's actually crazy. Right, the Chosen will finish the job. It's got rifled barrel and everything. So one tank walks away, but right into the clutches of a Wraith. And that should finish the job. I think Psylak needs to be careful here. He's kind of bleeding units. He's near full population, so getting rid of, like, any ghosts that he has got remaining would be nice. He doesn't have any now. Maybe even slowly trading away the Marauders would be good, because he's now starting to make Wraiths. But yeah, Broom has got a pretty good army. He's about to get beamed though. Oh, those engineers. Oh, several of them go down. A lot of them remain hurt. Now the main engagement doesn't look so good anymore, but this is still a 2v1. So Psylak should be retreating here. So I would expect at least. That's a displacement. Back to the main base. We only displaced the threatening units here. Oh, that's gonna be huge. Goodbye, army. Only one vulture from Dark Angel? What is happening? I don't know, dude. He doesn't have units. But he ran around a little bit and took out some mini bases in the back, so it's not looking too bad, you know. Taking down one unit at a time is the name of the game here for the vultures for the moment. They are just not that numerous, but the Kodiaks will be stripping the shield eventually. This is now a 7-slot base. That upgrade will give it a lot more health. The engineers have bonkers repair rates too. But as the vultures climb in numbers, this is going to be more and more threatening. Currently just the 3 of them, but I'm sure there's more coming from Dark Angel's base. 69 population, which is nice, but is it enough? Definitely not. I would like to see that population upgrade from him coming through. That's air level 3 on the way as well, I think. It is, right? Or is that just level 2? No, it's free. It's free. Too many tanks and anti-ground units to deal with the vultures right this second, so a lot of these bases will get wrecked. Even the Wraiths can't really take it. There's more nukes coming through as well. Getting a lot of healing. But the Blisterbacks as well as the Kodiaks are just firing away at this pretty happily, so might I add. They got some pretty long range there. And a nuke coming in. Just take down one building at a time, I guess. War Council survives thanks to engineers or just the raw health. Another nuke gonna enter this army. There's no split. And it actually didn't do that much damage. Another vulture joins. Lots of yellow mini bases now on the map. Overall, Dark Angel is gonna be pretty rich by the time he gets all the... A third generator at home for Hazy. I gotta say I don't like it. Seems a bit overkill. Still going for Marines. That is not gonna work well. I mean, they do counter the air, but the Blisterbacks and Kodiaks are gonna shred them. Especially with the tank support. Everyone's getting started up. Eradication in the middle of the army. Oh no! What just happened? Team Blue both used their ultimates. Oh no! No, no, no. Ghost in the Machine stole the units and Eradication doesn't have friendly fire. He just saved Psylak's army from getting destroyed. Oh, this is not it, Team Blue. That's a hard way to go. The vultures definitely can nuke this base down. There's absolutely no challenge in their way. Dark Angel has 7 vultures now and they're ready to go. Just gonna take a handful of nukes. He's gonna take his time and nuke the engineers first. Fair enough. They're all gone. Just one left. That's dead. You can just retreat. Wait a moment. Use the conventional cannons to take this down. And Team Psyangel should be able to put this game away now. Absolutely no issue. Would be a 3-0 if they do. It really looks like it's the case. I think that's game, ladies and gentlemen. It is game. As Team Blue taps out of the match. And it's just a handful of stragglers left all around. Team Psyangel We'll be going to the finals today, whereas Team the Hazy Ham will be going to the bronze round. So congrats to Psyangel and good luck to Hazy Ham. Still, there's a bunch of points to be gained there. See what they can do.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.